New Yorkers drink 7 times more coffee than any other city, which I guess makes sense why it is the city that never sleeps. And this city is filled with thousands of coffee shops. So today I'm gonna show you guys my favorite coffee shops here in New York. So now I just made it here to Dumbo and gonna be going to one of my
How much do you pay for rent in New York?
Oh, wait, you're Caleb.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
You're the guy.
I'm the guy.
I'm just kidding. We're about to go to Butler Coffee here in Dumbo. Let's hit it, bro.
Let's go.
What I love about this place is the inside's super cool, but then if you come outside on a nice day, you have views right underneath the Brooklyn Bridge. Also, they got some pretty delicious coffee. Caleb, how's the coffee, my brother?
What's up? It's some of the best coffee in New York City right here.
Caleb, you know what's funny? The last time that we were here at Butler, you had just gotten fired from your job and you were talking about how you wanted to do social media full time. And now you're a full-time content creator.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking that because I was like, Brett, what do I need to do? Give me advice. And you know what you told me? You said, make something you want to see, Caleb. And I've said that in every interview, and I think it's like really important.
All right, so Caleb became very known from his style of man on the street where he goes up to someone and asks them how much they pay in rent. I wanna know what inspired you to start doing that take on video?
Great question, Brett. I mean, a few things. One, I was watching Sean Rizwan's video where he was like interviewing New Yorkers and he was like, how much do you pay for rent? What's the most expensive thing in your home? That video went viral on YouTube and I thought there's something to this video. And I thought about your suggestion of like, make what you want to see. And I thought, I want to see more to the street interview. And then I was like, oh dude, what if I asked to go in the home to see that expensive thing? That would be insane. So that's kind of how I got the idea, was through other people's like viral videos and remixing it.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's so cool about like creating videos is a lot of it is inspired from other people, but putting it in your own perspective and kind of just like taking the things that you like the most from those elements. So love that it's worked out for you, man. So for this next place, we are here in Chelsea at Yanni's. And I'm also accompanied by a special guest. We have your mom, Ashley.
Yes.
Wait, where did the your mom come from in your name?
It's like so random. It was the name of my Spotify account. I like to say it's because I would always like hang out with my siblings and like kind of be like their second mom. Kind of a your mom joke.
We went to this place, Yanni's, because this is Ashley's favorite spot in the neighborhood.
Yes.
They got good matcha?
Yeah, they actually use really high quality matchas. They also have really good coffee and they have really good cookies. I feel like the cookies are the best thing here, which is so random, but all their stuff is very good.
Yeah, the coffee's good, but she's kind of selling me on the cookie. I'll be right back.
I'm trying to get you to get the cookie.
You said that if you weren't doing YouTube, you would probably be a scientist?
Scientist, yeah, or a doctor, or something in the science field.
Do you think that as a YouTuber, you can make more money than if you went that more traditional route?
Yeah, for sure.
Isn't that crazy? Like, your parents are probably like, wait, what?
Yeah, I know.
To their generation, being a doctor is like the top, the pinnacle of careers. Be a YouTuber, it is insane how much money you can make.
It is. I mean, in a sense, there is still a lot of stability with that job because who knows where YouTube's gonna be in 10 years from now, but it is crazy. More risk, more reward type of thing.
My last question is,
yes,
if you could do anything else, what would it be?
I feel like YouTube has always been my dream job, like even since I was like 12, 13. However, like now that it is my job, I do see myself potentially doing something more like entrepreneurial. I'm trying to start a business. Hint. Hint, hint. I don't want to like put a date on it, but hopefully this year, fingers crossed.
So now for this next place, we are heading to my favorite Italian cafe here in the city with my favorite Italian friends.
Let's go.
Got Ephraim from Milan. Have you ever been to this spot? Sogno, Toscano.
First time, never heard of it. I checked out some pictures. It looks amazing. Very, very real Tuscany food.
I feel like we're like Mario and Luigi in Mario Kart.
Oh, that's right. We need the hats.
So why I love this spot, Sogno Toscano, is because when you go inside, it really makes you feel like you teleported to Italy, as well as they serve their iced coffees in wine glasses. Ephraim, this is like how you guys actually do it.
Yeah, this is the
Italy.
classic. And I told you, like, if you go to Venice, it's actually like this. The only thing is that it's white wine in the morning and not coffee. They drink wine already.
Do they really?
Yeah, I swear.
And I only know a little bit of Italian, but I think Sono Toscano translates to Tuscany Dream?
Yep. Sogno Toscano, Tuscany Dream.
And that's because the founders were born and raised in Tuscany, came over and started this import business, and now import delicious food and coffee and other goods here to New York. Yeah, look at this. We got Vespa behind me. If you're craving some Italian culture, definitely got to come here. Yep. Also, get the pistachio croissants. This thing is incredible. And the other thing that I really like about this place, especially being an Italian coffee shop, that I feel like Ephraim can concur to, is how Italian coffee shops are typically more like a bar where you get an espresso, you just sit, get it, and go. But here, it's very welcoming and homey, and you can hang out inside and relax and hang out with your friends.
Yeah, usually it's like you get there, get an espresso, drink, go. But here it's like it's a mix of that, mix between New York City and like Italy. Also, Tuscany is very like warm and cozy, and this place like feels like that. So it's amazing.
So now for this next place, we are here in Greenwich Village at Joe Coffee. This is one of my favorite spots since they roast all their coffee here in New York and have some of the freshest here in the city. Abe, how's the coffee?
The coffee is really, really good.
So how Abe and I actually met was because he was working at a Vietnamese restaurant that served delicious Vietnamese coffee and used to make it for me every day and hook it up.
Every day, like, you know, like I even like DM him or text him like, hey Brett, come get your coffee. I already prepared for you.
Well, I wanted to feature you in this episode is because I feel like you are just living the American dream and just have accomplished so much within these 5 years of living here in the US. Give a quick intro. Where are you from?
So I'm originally from Indonesia.
How much money did you have with you when you moved here?
Yeah, so I only had $4,000 in my bank. I came with my mom, so like we were struggling to find a place because like we don't know the area,
you
right?
You had $4,000 between the two of you?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like a very, very scary moment in our lives, especially like move here, my mom doesn't speak English and my English wasn't that great either, so we just like, hi, how are you? From that day, like I learned to survive, and especially in New York City, like you have to be ready for everything. Gladly, like I met you during that time. You are my first American friend. You know, I don't have any friends beside you, and you are so great. You are so nice, and I learned so much from you.
For those of you who don't know, Abe, was my waiter at a Vietnamese restaurant, and now we just became like super close friends. It's kind of like in the movie Big Daddy, where Adam Sandler becomes like best friends with his delivery guy. We became friends just because I would go to that restaurant so much and order from it. And I think it's so cool that you've been able to go from working in a restaurant, building yourself up, going to school, living the American dream, to then there was a time where you've been working with me on my YouTube channel, and now you're working at VaynerMedia, is that correct?
Yeah, so
with Gary
like,
V?
Yeah, it's like Gary V company, it's called VCR Group, but yeah.
And now Abe recently just bought his own apartment in Jersey City.
Hey,
Abe, living the official American dream right there. I love to see it.
You are the reason why I'm here, you know, so I really appreciate it. Bring me a lot of opportunities, and now I'm here because of you as well, so I really appreciate it.
Now for those of you who do want to try delicious indie roasters like Joe Coffee, let me tell you how you guys can do that. So thanks to today's sponsor, Trade Coffee, you can get fresh and delicious roasted coffee, just like Joe Coffee, delivered right to your door. So Trade Coffee is a coffee subscription that makes it super simple to discover some of the best indie roasters from around the country and get it delivered directly to your door. I think it's really cool that they even help you on your coffee journey and help you discover something that you'll love. Like, I love that they have Joe Coffee on there, but it was super cool that after inputting all my favorite tastes in a coffee blend, they paired me with this City of Saints bag that's from Guatemala. That's this super cool bag, and it has been delicious. All of the coffee is roasted to order and ships within 48 hours of being roasted, so you have the freshest beans on your doorstep every time. If you're like me and wake up so excited to make their cup of coffee, then you guys really gotta try Trade Coffee. Trade Coffee was kind enough to sponsor this video and also hook all you guys up with a free bag of coffee with any subscription purchase. All you gotta do is go to drinktrade.com/BrettConti and you'll get that free bag of coffee with a subscription purchase. Thank you, Trade. Now, back to the video. Now, the next place is here at Felix Roasting. They have a bunch of locations here in Manhattan, but the inside is incredible. And I am also here with Noelle. Noelle, how's the coffee?
So good, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, this place does have delicious coffee. Obviously, the inside is why you want to come here, but they also have some other specialty coffees, like that $17 s'mores latte. And why this place, Felix, is super special and why I wanted to come to Noelle is, Noelle, why is this a special place to you?
I have a book coming out and I wrote a good amount of it inside of this Felix coffee shop.
All right, Noelle, this is your spotlight. Pitch your book.
It's called Under the Influence, and it's basically like a 2023 version of The Devil Wears Prada, but it has social media and influencers and toxic workplaces and hashtag girl bosses. If you're a fan of women's fiction, you like reading about a girl who's trying to find her way, this is the book for you.
What inspired you to write this book?
I worked for years in the self-help influencer industry, and so I knew I wanted to write a workplace-centric novel. As I started to look more into it, I learned a lot about cancel culture and women in the workplace and women's friendships and things like that. So all of those are themes inside of the book.
And she also got a deal with Simon & Schuster, so pretty big deal right here. It's gonna be on Barnes & Noble, it's already on Amazon and a bunch of places, Target. So if you guys wanna check it out, I'll link it down below. So we are here at 787 Coffee. This is a chain here in the city that is a must try, and also owned by my good friend Brandon. And what I like about 787 is that they own their farm in Puerto Rico, roast it all themselves, and import it to all their stores in New York. So they claim to have some of the freshest coffee in the US. And also, guys, we are here with Chris.
What's going on, y'all? I'm back in the city. Thank you for including me for this because I love 787. We've been to Puerto Rico like 2 or 3 times together.
And they had delicious coffee.
They had delicious coffee, and you gotta check out the cool specialty options they have here. Let's go.
Another thing that 787 does that's super cool is that since they are from Puerto Rico, they also have rum-infused coffee. So it's not actually alcohol or rum directly in this. It's more when they are making the beans, they have rum in it and soaked in it to add extra flavor. How's the coffee, Chris?
Good, man. I got what's called an iced horchata. What that basically means is it is espresso with rice milk and cinnamon. So it's this really kind of just sweet, almost like pastry-like flavor in a latte. It's really amazing. You gotta check it out.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Chris was actually one of my first like 8,000 subscribers 5 years ago.
That's right.
And hit me up on email, DM, just being persistent about wanting to intern for me, saying that he would move from Florida where he lived and was going to school and intern for the summer. And I said, if you move to New York, you got the
job.
internship.
Yep.
And you did it.
It was the best risk I ever could have taken. Looking back on that, I feel like we have such a cool story and how we met. We've been to 15 countries probably together, and New York's my home now. So like, how cool is that?
Chris has lived here for the past couple years, and I feel like is the epitome of the go-getter that comes here to the city to follow their dream.
I'm 26 now, but I'm seeing this kind of new generation of like 22, 23-year-olds who kind of followed that same path that I took, and they're such cool people. It's an amazing community. So yeah, love it out here.
Greatest city in the world. Now this next place is one of my favorites that I frequent on a weekly basis, as well as it's in a super quaint neighborhood here in Tribeca, and even the owner is a super cool guy. So now we are here at Laughing Man, which is actually owned by Hugh Jackman, and they have delicious Australian coffee and pastries, as well as a really good atmosphere and this outdoor patio out front where it's perfect to hang out on a nice day. And I'm also here with my Australian buddy.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Dan. Dan, give a quick intro of yourself.
Oh, geez. As you can tell by my accent, I'm Australian. I think we just hang out at coffee shops because that's what Aussies do. Came to New York over 8 years ago now. Started in the restaurant space. I'm a chef, wrote books, and sometimes you'll see me cooking people's kitchens.
He's being a little too much. Dan is a world-renowned chef and was huge in Australia and then decided to move here to New York. Why did you decide to leave all of that and come here to New York and start over and try and build a career here?
Straight up so I can meet Maverick. No, Australia's got 25 million people and it's awesome. Love it there, like definitely hit it up. What do
What do you got to say, Maverick?
you saying, bro? You want the
He's
camera?
glad that you're here.
Okay. It's not big. Great coastline, beautiful place, great people. But if you want to impact the world, come to America.
So is it kind of just like Frank Sinatra saying of like, if you'll make it here, you can make it anywhere?
Can you speak Frank Sinatra? Can you it's like get him to sing?
What are you working on now that you're so excited about? Because I know you have your own product as well now.
Yeah, man. The team's working hard on our product. It's called the Charlie Street Chorizo
Hey,
and Bolognese.
Maverick, don't eat that.
Yo, dude, have your manners, bro. We're working on that product line, and effectively we sell to stadiums, hospitals, and universities. The whole idea is it helps you reduce costs. It's great tasting, really good in speeding up the lines, and it's entirely made out of mushrooms and cauliflower. So that's exciting me. So is YouTube. But yeah, that's the main two things.
What do you think of the coffee here at Laughing Man?
Can you say coffee one more time?
Well, now that you're here in New York, you gotta say it like a New Yorker. Try saying it
Coffee. Cup of Joe. One of the best things about Brett is the way he says coffee. Coffee here is decent. It is good. It's when I first came here 7.5 years ago, 8 years ago to New York, coffee was pretty average. This one's great. We have many others. Can create a list for you there, Brett. But yeah, come to Laughing Man.
So I just made it here to Amano Cafe, and I'm here.
With Cash Jordan.
What's up?
Cash, do a little intro of yourself.
I'm a real estate agent here in New York City, and I am trying to start a YouTube channel if Brett lets me.
Cash also does YouTube, and what I think
is so cool about your channel is that you are a real estate agent that then started doing YouTube to market your properties.
So in 2020, there were some things that stopped people from coming here to physically look at apartments. I had already posted a couple of videos, and I realized at that moment, hey, this is the only way I'm gonna be able to show places to people. So that's how it started. It's become something entirely different at this point.
And what's so cool about it is I feel like there's just this double-edged sword to it where it's like, as your YouTube channel grows, you're growing awareness to sell more properties. Did you think that that would happen where both would just simultaneously grow at the same time and get to where it's at now?
I don't know if you could ever say that anybody who like started making videos when they posted their very first one that it was ever gonna become anything. I'm at the point now where I think that if I can do it, everybody can do it.
Do you feel comfortable saying to the audience, which one is more lucrative now? Is it the YouTube channel or is it from being a real estate agent?
I don't think people are gonna like that answer. Revenue-wise, they both do fine. One just has more expenses than the other. So that's my answer.
I want to take that as the YouTube channel.
Also, Amano Cafe, great spot right here in the Greenwich Village, and so much to do in this area. Coffee's great, and so are the workers. Kesh, what do you think of Amano Cafe?
You know what? I got the tea because I talk too much.
Oh, you got the tea, okay.
Yeah, I got the tea because I talk too much, and it's really good. The tea's good, the coffee is definitely good because I hate tea, and I like this.
So that's going to be it for my favorite coffee shops here in the city. But until next week, let's get out and get busy in the next one.